One.
Pinky Dinky Doo, Back to School is Cool by author Jim Jenkins and illustrator Jim Jenkins. This is my family. Mommy Doo, Daddy Doo, Mr. Guinea Pig, Tyler Doo, Pinky Dinky Doo, Daphne Toilet. These are my friends, Nicholas Biscuit, Bobby Boom. Woo-hoo. It was the first day back to school from summer break. Back to school rules, Pinky shouted. Back to school rules, Tyler said. Back to school is cool. Come on, little brother, time to get dressed, said Pinky. I'm not going, Tyler said. He pulled the covers over his head. You are too, said Pinky. I am not, said Tyler. Tyler, hurry up, Mom shouted up the stairs. The big bus will be here soon. Tyler yelped and disappeared somewhere in the laundry. Pinky noticed that the clothes were shaking. Wow, Tyler, you're shaking like what's that word that means you're really nervous? What's that word that means you're totally worried? Apprehensive, Tyler said from under the laundry. That's it, said Pinky. That's the word I'm looking for. That's the word I'm looking for. So you're apprehensive about the first day in the first grade? Pinky asked. All Tyler could do was touch his nose, which nobody knows means Pinky was right on the nose. Apprehensive, a sound is like the sound in apple. That gives me an idea, said Pinky. Are you going to make up one of your stories? Tyler asked. Yes, sir, position, Pinky said. Yes, serene position. Yes, serene position. I'll just shut my eyes, wiggle my ears, and crank up my imagination, said Pinky. The name of the story is Back to School is Cool. A made-up story by Pinky Dinky Doo. It was no big deal. Regular day at great big school. Not. It was school picture day. It was the only day of the whole school year when everyone wanted to look their absolute best. But that morning, when Pinky looked in the mirror, her eyes nearly popped out of her head. Her hair looked like a tornado hit it. Two cats had a fight on her head. It was spooky, haunted, all of the above. The answer is D, and D stands for Pinky Dinky's big bad hairdo. That is definitely Pinky Dinky don't. Pinky was worried about having her picture taken with such a bad hairdo. Mari, do I feel apprehensive? But Pinky was not the sort of person to lie down when problems came up, so she and Mr. G got busy. At first, Mr. G tried to pull her hair up. Then he tried to comb it down. It worked for a second, but then boing, boing, boing. Finally, Pinky decided that she would have to wear a hat to school picture day. Wow. So she spring-loaded her big bad hair into a shiny hat. At school, Pinky noticed that Nicholas Biscuit was also wearing a big hat. The fake beard made him look like Abraham Lincoln. Normally, Nicholas wouldn't comb his hair into a pointy triangle, but today his hair made a quadrilateral. Which shape is a quadrilateral? Underpants, the Statue of Liberty, a banana, a rectangular. D, the answer is D. Pinky looked all around to Daphne toilet. Daphne will know what to do, Pinky said. Her hair is always perfect. They found Daphne. Sure enough, her hair was perfect. That is, until she turned sideways. Hey, she's wearing a out of cutout of perfect hair. Behind the cutout was a hairdo disaster. It looked like Daphne was going to 80 miles per hour while standing still. When Pinky, Nicholas, and Daphne got into the classroom, it looked empty. Everyone was hiding because they were all having a bad hair day. Even Miss Maganza and Principal Diphthong were having problems, and it was school picture day. Everybody was really apprehensive. Pinky knew her friends were upset, so she decided to think big. Usually, Pinky had an everyday, normal, kid-sized brain. That is, until she decided to think big. She thought and thought and thought. This time, as she thought, her head didn't grow any bigger at all, but her hair sure did. Pinky Dinky's hairdo grew bigger and bigger and bigger until the classroom looked like a shady rainforest. Wow, jungly. Sniff, sniff, this jungle smells like watermelon shampoo. And then it happened. Ding! Pinky had a big idea. She said, hey, I know what we can do. We can all shave our heads. We can knit out hair into sweaters just in time for winter. We can just get over it and have our pictures taken anyway. Panic. The answer was C, of course. Wow, your hair was lift up. I pledge allegiance to your hair. Everybody decided to just get over it and make the best of a bad hairdo situation. They came out of hiding and took off their hats and hair cutouts. Then they marched to the gym where Mr. Pixel was waiting to take their school picture. And just as you might have guessed, that class picture was the funniest class picture ever taken. Now that's something you don't ever see every day. Nobody ever expected to end up laughing on a bad hair day, but they did, and nobody was apprehensive ever again. Poof, and that's exactly what happened, pretty much. Beep, beep, beep. Hey, that's the school bus, said Pinky. Oh no, Tyler said. I don't want to go on the bus. Come on, Tyler, Pinky said. You can sit next to me. We ride the big school bus together. Remember? Oh yeah, Tyler said happily. Hurry up, said Pinky. Last one on the bus has big bad hair. I bet you can make up a story too. The end.